Hey, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we have the February 2023 tier list update. So before the video starts, if you are new, please like and subscribe for more videos, and also follow my Twitter down in the description down below to stay updated with all new videos coming out soon, including updates to the tier list. So we're going to get straight into it, but first a quick disclaimer. This is my personal opinion. Everybody will have opinions about tier lists and everybody's tier lists are going to be different. So this is my own personal opinion based on my experiences with these guardians, and at the same time you need to keep in mind that this is not a Rift Raids tier list. That's completely different, because Rift Raids you can use all different types of guardians for different encounters. It's really hard to make a tier list for all content including Rift Raids, because Rift Raids is completely different. So this is excluding Rift Raids, so keep that in mind. But we're going to get straight into it now. So we're going to talk about the two guardians that came last month. We had Cusco and Peter Pan. Now if you look in top tier, as you can see, we have Peter Pan. Now, when I played him last month, I said to myself, this guy is really good, he's really powerful, but I didn't really necessarily think he would go right to the top. After getting him and just playing him in different types of content, he is such a powerhouse, and that evade, honestly, is unbelievable. So he has to go into top tier. Now he's very similar to how Aerial works, where he relies on someone like Scrooge McDuck to gain those critical buffs, and the more critical buffs you have, the more damage you're going to do. And at the same time he also has that evade, so he's really annoying to play against, and he's also evading basic and heavy attacks. So overall he's just so good for so much content. He can just evade all of the enemies, and the damage, it scales up so good. So yeah, Peter Pan, he's really impressed me. I thought he'll be one of those guardians that over time he'll just get better and better. But at the moment, he is so strong. So he just gets into top tier. So in Amazing, we have Cusco. Now Cusco is another guardian that really impressed me when I first played him. I looked at his abilities in the first look, and I said to myself, he looks decent, but I don't know if he's going to be really good. But he has really impressed me. He's not done enough to get into top tier, but he is right at the top. So his regeneration is so good when you're inside the groove fields. So the groove field is so good, the regeneration you get, and also the bind as well to your enemies. You can also root them, get burn. It's just so much to his utility that makes him such a good guardian to have in all different situations. So he is such a good guardian to have, and he goes straight into Amazing tier. In a couple of months we can actually determine how good he is, and he might just get into top tier, but at the moment he just gets himself into Amazing tier and he's right at the top. So we're just going to go and talk about other guardians that have ranked up and ranked down. So we're going to start first with Kermit. So Kermit was in great tier the last time I did this. Now I'm actually moving him down to solid, because overall I think he's just a solid guardian. Testing him out more, he's just not really impressed me too much compared to other melee guardians who are actually above him. So he's been demoted down to solid. He's still a great guardian to use, but overall there are other better melee guardians to use. As you can see, we've got Peter Pan, Aerial, Snow White, Scar. There's just so many better ones out there. So he's been demoted down to solid. Now talking about somebody that's been promoted from solid, we have Frank. Now Frank is one of those guardians that I never really played too much, but after playing Cusco I decided to actually have a little look at Frank, and he really surprised me. Now me putting him down in solid was a big mistake. He's a very good guardian to have, and he's better than solid. He's actually a great guardian, and he's been promoted because of his utility. Another guardian that has been promoted is Genie. Now Genie as well, I never really played him at the start of the game. A lot of players get him at the start. He does carry you through content. He is just the definition of tank. He's indestructible every 25%. It's just so good. He stuns the opponents, and overall he's a really amazing guardian to have in your team. So he's been promoted up to Amazing tier, and he definitely deserves it. The same as happens with Oogie Boogie. The same thing with him. He's one of those guardians you have at the start of the game, and he's very underrated. I did play him a little bit, and he definitely deserves that promotion. So if you have these two tank guardians, they are definitely some of the best tank guardians in the game. Now talking about another tank guardian, we have Mr. Incredible. Now he was in top tier last time, and he's been demoted down to Amazing tier. Now my reasoning behind this is I feel like over time he's just fallen off a little bit. It's very easy for him to die in the fight, and it takes time to build him up. He's not necessarily a tank, he's more of like a melee guardian. He's still a really good guardian to have in your team, but I think overall, over time, he's just kind of fallen off a little bit and just deserves to go down to Amazing. But that doesn't mean that maybe one day he'll go back up if there's some more content that's suited for him. But right now, he's down into the Amazing tier. Now somebody else that's fallen off is Maui. The same with him, he dies very quickly. He relies on tons and tons of buffs, And with the content that's come out recently, there's just not as much buffs to actually turn into armor. So he goes down to great. Now those are the main guardians. Everybody else that kind of stayed in where they were before. There's a couple that have gone up and gone down, but they're not really worth talking about. So yeah, top tier we have Scrooge McDuck. He's always going to be there. He's an amazing guardian. And hero, he got a slight buff. His potency on his core ability has gone up to 10%. So he's really, really good, and he definitely deserves to be in top tier. Zerg, once again, a powerhouse. He deserves to be there 100%. Buzz Lightyear, I think people are starting to realise how good that guy is. He's just such a good ranged guardian to have on your team. Ariel, once again, such a powerhouse. She can cleanse and also get regeneration. Mickey Mouse, a utility god. Such a good guardian to have. Simba, just an amazing tank guardian and really, really good. Then we've got Minnie Mouse, a powerhouse, and then Peter Pan, a powerhouse as well, who can evade all enemies. Baymax also got a slight buff. He got his defense buff removed and turned into a defense charge that is potent, so it can't be taken off. So in a way, it's a slight buff, but he stays in great from the time being. So that's about it for the tier list. If you have any different opinions, leave them down in the comments down below, and I'll read them and maybe add them into the next tier list in the next few months. But yeah, that is it for today's video. If you did like it, please leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.